Hello everybody. My first initial review for Miss Dalloway. I was pretty confused the entire 48 pages simply because a lot of the sentences were just stacked on top of each other, like used semicolons to separate them. I found that very confusing because it would just have long lines of adjectives just describing one particular thing, which I felt was kind of unnecessary. There was also times where I found imagery to be successful and unsuccessful in a lot of places. I think the use of imagery helps bring the reader a little bit more into the book and kind of helps me visualize what's actually going on in the book. Other than that, I did struggle reading the first 48 pages, but what I found for my discussion question was Clarissa's overall happiness and her relationship with Peter. The first quote I chose was that Peter Walsh, it's on page 4, he would be back from India one of these days, June or July, she forgot which, for his letters are awfully dull, and it was his sayings one remembered, his eyes, his pocket knife, his smile, his grumpiness, and when millions of things had utterly vanished, how strange it was. A few sayings like this about cabbages. One thing I noticed in this line is that she kind of insults him in a way and then kind of brings him back up, which was kind of weird. And then at the end of the sign reading, even Peter questions her happiness, saying, page 47, Tell me, he said, seizing her by the shoulders, are you happy, Clarissa? Does Richard? And then it cuts off as Elizabeth enters. And then a couple sentences down, Clarissa starts with, Peter, Peter, cried Clarissa, following him out onto the landing. My party tonight. Remember my party tonight, she cried. So just based on those two quotes that I found, I question Clarissa's happiness, and I think she questions it too, but she's kind of afraid to, I guess, necessarily go there with Peter. But that was my only question.